The game we will be at Saturday, Miami at SMU, our first ever game at SMU. The Fall Don't Lie Tour, fueled by Quick Trip, headed into Dallas, 11 a.m. kickoff. Will we be back by 5 p.m.? I think we may be, but not until we see if Miami's for real. Are we really asking that question? All right, so Miami is leaving the state of Florida for a football game for the first time this year, November 1st. That's the first time Miami will have left the state of Florida. SMU is 5-3 right now, but they actually lead Miami in the conference standings because they're both one-loss teams and SMU's got one more win. They are coming off the worst offensive performance since Rhett Lashley has been there. That was a woeful offensive performance last week against Wake Forest. But then with Miami, hey, look, the Stanford second half win and cover, full credit. I've still got some trust issues that I'm trying to work through with Miami. Okay, I've already been on a roller coaster ride with Miami this year. Now, Louisville's a good team. It's not the end of the world that you lost to Louisville. Some of the issues of the past cropped up again. Was it a one-time thing? Hey, Bama lost to Florida State. I'm over that. Miami, you can lose to Louisville, although it was at home, off a bye. But I digress. Jeff Brom, good coach. So it's time to see with Carson Beck, because this is the second worst pass defense in FBS. SMU, second worst pass defense. That's 135 nationally. But they know it. See, as if you suck, but you know you suck, then you can start taking preventative measures. And I have some preventative measures here. It's not a topical cream per se, but if you have a very, very bad pass defense, what you want to be is you want to be top 10 in sacks. You want to be number 1 in takeaways. You want to be number 4 in interceptions. That is SMU's defense. Is it feast or famine? Oh, yes. To the furthest and most extreme extent of the phrase, yes, it is. So if you get home against Carson Beck, you can tilt this game in your favor. What you should know is this has come at the expense of some big-time production days for wide receiver ones who have faced SMU. So think Malachi Toney when I read these stats to you. Baylor's top wide receiver, 9 catches, 151, 2 touchdowns. TCU's number 1, 8 catches, 254, 3 touchdowns. Stanford's 7 for 109, 1 touchdown. Clemson's 7, 124, 2. So that's the Miami side of things. Kevin Jennings, quarterback there at SMU, you going to answer? Season low in passing yards last week. And he's thrown an interception in every game but one this year. And he's going to have to deal with a top 5 pressure rate team. So look, for all the talk about how SMU can get after the quarterback, well, Miami can do that too. But Miami just does it with a lot more formidable athletic profile than, SMU is going to have. Also, by the way, Miami's defense is top 10 against the run. So they're actually good pretty much across the board. Here's the thing Louisville did to them. Hey, really quick timeout. We'll get right back to the video. Do me one favor. Make sure you're subscribed. It helps us keep the show free. It helps us keep the lights on. It helps us keep doing college football year-round, and we appreciate it. All right, back to the video. Louisville got the ball out quick, so it rendered some of the pressure rate and havoc statistics a little bit moot. That is not SMU's forte. That is not Kevin Jennings. At least that's not classically been him. So if they're going to do that, they're going to have to incorporate a little different offensive approach than they have so far this year. SMU has to be good on third down. They just got to flip their stat profile on this because they're 104th in the country on third down conversion percentage. Miami's top 15 defensively in that category. So that's the way college football happens a lot of times, is you take something that was on paper, and then come Sunday, that's not the Jimmy Buffett song, that's come Monday. Come Sunday, you're looking at it and saying, man, going into this game, SMU was terrible on third down offensively. Miami was great on third down defensively. Yet, wouldn't you know it, in this game, SMU was 8 of 13 on third down. Well, that's how you win it. That's how you win it. Just because it has been doesn't mean it has to be. That's like the entire story of A&M football this year. So maybe that could be like a microcosm from a third down perspective in this game. This problem SMU's had this year on third down, that's led to them being 100th in time of possession, which is a stat our buddy Parker Fleming over at Stats of War probably values among all other stats is the amount of seconds and minutes you possess the football. Points don't matter. EPA doesn't matter. None of that matters. Just time. Time. That's the most precious commodity in football. I believe he told me that. I believe that was an exact quote from him. Those are all lies. He doesn't care. But normally time of possession correlates to controlling games. Normally it does. There are exceptions to the rule. Calm down. Push your glasses back up on your nose. I know there are exceptions to the rule, but it all comes down to Miami protecting the ball. All this that I've just said, it comes down to Miami protecting the ball. If they protect the ball, they should win this game. It is proven easier said than done for game scripts to just go how they should in college football so far this year. So let's take a look at what the model thinks. The FanDuel number right now is Miami minus 11.5. Our model agrees right along with FanDuel. Our model is different from FanDuel. It's just, we're pretty much calibrated the same way on this one. Look, it's a warning light game from Miami. If they go in here and dominate, they're up 17 at the half and they win by 20, great. Just dust your hands off, head back home, and you got this nice little back half of the schedule against teams you'll be favored against, and you should be able to go to work. But it's a warning light in that even if they win this game, but it's really close, or especially if they lose it, even if they win it really close, there's a world where Miami wins this game at the gun, but there are all kinds of flaws that show that it's a warning light game. Maybe it's not the game that buries you, but it's a warning light game. I have a suspicion SMU is going to be very competitive here. I appreciate that program enough to expect a big bounce back performance from what they did last week, because the thing about doing something and it crashing and burning is you have the least incentive imaginable to keep doing that thing. So I'm going to take Miami to win the game, but I do think it comes in inside the number. I will take SMU plus 11.5. I will take Miami to win, and we will be there on the sideline to watch it all. Our first game ever at SMU. And as we get there, we'll walk through the tailgate scene, and I'll look to my left and right and hopefully see flex power generators. It's the key to a good tailgate. It is, quite honestly, they didn't ask me to say this. It may just be the key to life. Is that strong? It may be a little strong. Could you technically survive without a flex power generator? Yes. But why would you want to? I don't know. People live without clothes. I guess they could live without a flex power generator. I just ask you, when times get tough, when storms come your way, when it's time for the kiddo's birthday party and you got a million different inflatable things outside, when little Johnny needs to hit and you need to power the pitching machine, when you need to power your tailgate, why not have flex power by your side? myflexpower.com/Josh Pate. Extremely quiet. I challenged myself the other night that I think I could fall asleep with one running in the bedroom. I haven't tested that theory yet, but I'm thinking about it. Really nice promotional idea.